Listening Library presents The Grove by Whitney Phillips. Read for you by Fixx. 4. Tate and Posey, Deed and Amanda. A shared childhood is its own adventure. In passing. How swiftly the strained honey of afternoon light flows into darkness, and the closed bud shrugs off its special mystery in order to break into blossom. As if what exists so that it can be lost and become precious. Liesl Muller. 1. This is the moment I curse. The traveling carnival materializing before our eyes, a dust devil in the distance that grows large and real and is upon us. Each year, Sissy and I wait and hope, please let them come. And in this, we are not disappointed. The carnival always arrives, opening a few days before Christmas, and gone by dawn on New Year, slipping away alongside the waning night. The entrance to our grove is marked by a large wooden sign that reads, "Welcome to Juicy Acres," with a picture of a smiling orange wearing sunglasses. The sign is old and faded from the relentless sun, and that smiling orange looks like he is missing a front tooth where the paint has chipped away. But the sign is true. Our oranges are juicy. And on weekends, Sissy and I work our family's Florida roadside stand, trying our darndest to sell them. There we sit, just below the Juicy Acres sign, reclining in folding lawn chairs under the rain umbrellas we hold for shade. We prop our chairs on either side of the empty orange crate we use as a table and lay out our prized possessions: Sissy's battery-operated transistor radio, a Life magazine with Marilyn Monroe on the cover, and our empty autograph books, just in case a star happens to stop for a cup of juice on their way to Miami Beach in the far-off, dreamy distance. Belleville is just a spit on the map, a tiny one-road town split down the middle by rural Route 13. On one side is the Thirsty Gator Supper Club and Lounge, post office, and fresh market. On the other, Hank's Hardware and Drugs, a single-pump gas station, and the train depot, which has been abandoned so long I don't even remember a train stopping. That's considered the main strip. A bit farther down, past a sprinkling of stucco bungalows with rusted metal swing sets and blow-up pools in their small dirt patch front yards, is Twisty Twirl Tasty Freeze, and the white wooden Congregational Church, whose steeple is the highest point in town. Don't focus too long on any one thing, or you'll be in and out of Belleville, racing toward the Gulf of Mexico if heading west, or the Atlantic Ocean if heading east. Nothing but endless rows of citrus trees as far as the eye can see. We haven't had a single customer, and are both growing bored and antsy. Sissy keeps switching the dial back and forth between the 3 stations the radio picks up in a desperate attempt to find anything but Christmas music. Since turning 17, all she wants to listen to is rock and roll. I love the holiday songs. Frank Sinatra crooning about coming home for Christmas and chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I let my imagination wander to these places that only exist in books or magazines or other people's lives. Sissy finally lands on a song she considers acceptable, looks up, and starts screaming, "They're here! They're here!" But I already know what is coming. The traveling carnival, with its merry-go-round and Ferris wheel and bearded lady to entertain us, is barreling toward Belleville in a caravan of buses, trailers, and trucks. The carnival's arrival always brings an air of festivity to Belleville that the plastic nativity scene in front of the church and gold tinsel bells hanging from the lampposts never do. The air fills with laughter, music, sweet smells, and colorful lights when the rides light up at dusk. But best of all, everybody is in a good mood. Even Daddy seems to catch the excitement and puts on a clean pair of khaki pants and his authentic Hawaiian shirt he saves for special occasions and calls out to Mama, "Hey, Ada, let's go dancing." We wave as the caravan rumbles past. I count the carnival's trucks out loud, just like Sissy and I do with train cars when the wooden arm goes down at the crossing, catching our pickup truck on the unfortunate side. We'd both guess how many cars the black engine was pulling out of the horizon, count them out loud as they clickety-clacked on by. We agreed at one time, if either of us guessed exactly right, not one car more or less, the loser would buy the winner a box of hot tamales. But it never happened. The game just gave us something to block out Daddy's impatient cursing, something to look at besides Mama's weary face turned toward her open window, fingers curled around a cigarette, eyes fixed on something only she can see. 18 vehicles are in the caravan, not including the car bringing up the rear, a black convertible. Obviously part of the procession, but it stays far enough behind to set itself apart. The car slows as it nears us, the distance growing between it and the others, then pulls off the road and rolls to a stop. I don't know what's more beautiful, the vision of that carnival arriving, or the boy driving that car. He's like someone out of a movie, shiny and new and so perfect to look at. Not like the worn folks of Belleville, with lives of hard work and disappointment etched deep into the wrinkles of their sun-weathered faces. Sissy and I stand there, frozen, staring at the boy and the car, both positioned for our perfect viewing. The car is faded in places that will never shine again. The interior is deep red, the color of a brick. He doesn't bother turning off the engine, just keeps it running as he steps out, stretches his arms high over his head, and lets out a satisfied moan. Then he walks slowly, very slowly, toward us. He is staring at Sissy, who is staring at him. Tall, tan, dark-haired, wearing jeans, a white linen shirt unbuttoned to his navel, leather flip-flops, and a cross that hangs between his plum-colored nipples on a gold chain. I hear Sissy gasp. Not a scared gasp, just a quick loss of breath, like something surprised her. "Would you like some juice?" I ask. "It costs 10 cents for 1 cup, or 15 cents for 2. Daddy taught us that customers always like a bargain. "I don't know," he says, smiling and showing off the most perfect teeth marching along in a tidy white row. "Is it sweet?" He is looking at Sissy, who appears to have turned into a stone. "Of course it's sweet," I pipe in. "Sissy and I are very careful when we pick our juice oranges. We look for the fattest, brightest ones, see?" I reach into the bushel and pull out a plump, sunset-colored orange to make my point. This grove isn't called Juicy Acres for nothing, you know? Funny thing is, color has nothing to do with the quality of the juice inside. It's cold air that turns the fruit from green to orange. Folks come to our stand, pluck through the barrels, hold an orange up in their hand and turn it around. If there is even a hint of green, they toss it back in with the bunch.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?